Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Marvel Mystic Mayhem video, and it has been leaked now that what Mr. Fantastic will do. I'll put a link in the description to the Reddit post with all the images, but with that, let's jump in and see how this character is going to play against Invisible Woman and Johnny. We've already talked about the thing in my prior video because that was leaked previously, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. So first off, we have the outreach, effort, skill, physical damage. 2 mana cost, it looks like. Attack deals 352% of Mr. Fantastic's attack as physical damage to target enemy and pulls them toward him. If the target collides with other characters or obstacles, deals additional 176% of Mr. Fantastic's attack as physical damage to the target enemy and collided enemies and stuns them for 3 seconds. That's actually really cool when you think about it. Also too, you've got the thing pushing away, you've got Mr. Fantastic pulling forward. That could be a lot of damage if you're using those two together. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next skill. Next, we have the ultimate, Brilliant Brain. It's got an energy cost of 400, grants all allies 100 ultimate energy and Fantastic Formula for 15 seconds. Fantastic Formula increases ultimate move damage by 115%. That's great. That's a nice little buff to your other characters, especially who you're going to use as your main damage dealer. And honestly, Mr. Fantastic out of the gate isn't looking too shabby on doing some damage himself. Now we move on to Bouncing Ball skill. It's a dash, physical damage, moves to the target location, dealing 640% of Mr. Fantastic's attack as physical damage to adjacent enemies. Damn, okay, wow. Then we've got a passive Plastic Endurance. After Mr. Fantastic uses a skill or ultimate move, he takes 23% less damage for 8 seconds. Then we have Stretching Strike, basic attack, deals 51% of Mr. Fantastic's attack as physical damage. Then we've got Fantastic Forever, stat bonus. When your team has 1 or 2 of the following: Invisible Woman, Human Torch, or Thing, Mr. Fantastic's attack and defense increase by 6% or 12% respectively, which they all have. Then we have a stat bonus for Snap Lash. Bouncing Ball stuns enemies for 3 seconds. And then we have, lastly, bonus ability Elastic Press. Outreach effort increases damage taken by the target enemy by 20% for 10 seconds. This character is really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what his shard breakdown is when you build it out. So for Mind 1, Elastic Physics, damage reduction lasts twice as long, which is nice. I think that was at 16 seconds then. Mind 2 is going to be an attack increase by 15%. Mind 3 is the gains 100 ultimate energy at the start of battle. That's interesting that they put that in 3rd slot instead of 2nd like a lot of them. Heart 1, Bouncing Ball deals 30% more damage, and its damage is considered ultimate move damage. Okay, I can see that one being the first one you would do out of the gate. Why? Because of his ultimate allowing for the extra damage on the ultimate move. I believe is what, 116%. Now you're getting that on Bouncing Ball too. That's gonna make that very potent, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, it also has stuns on it too. Heart 2, energy generation increases by 30%. Heart 3, outreach effort, deals 60% more damage to adjacent target enemies. And if you go all in, the Soul, allies affected by Fantastic Formula deal 70% more crit damage. Really interesting. I can definitely see that Mind 1 being the first one you're going to want to hit up for sure. This character could do some damage as well as quite the supporter. His highlight too, that if you get that, the wearer's HP and attack increases by 10% when the wearer uses a buff type ultimate move their attack increases by 30% for 10 seconds. Additional effect when equipped by Mr. Fantastic, while in Fantastic Formula status, Bouncing Ball will always deal critical hit. Damn, that Bouncing Ball might be really potent in and of itself, especially if you dupe one him. Really interesting how this character is set up. I mean, you can really approach him in a couple different ways. One is you have him and Sue just buffing the heck out of Johnny or Ben and them going in for the big damage. You could be sharing that too and taking giving damage with Mr. Fantastic and not doing purely buffing your third character, be it Ben or Johnny. But either way, this team is really built with it, which is what you'd expect with the synergy for each other. And running a team of a minimum of 2 is going to be great, and all 3. And Johnny's really proving himself so far to be quite the damage dealer if you properly set him up. And once we get the thing, Ben, it'll be interesting to see, because there are 2 different ways to go after it. But I could very well see a team with Ben also with that, having that tanking ability as a defensive, but also being able to do a ton of damage. And they're going to be a tanky team with Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, and Thing. That could be a hard team to break down, and they might just outlast and beat the crap out of a lot of things. But either way, very interesting. I think Mr. Fantastic looks really solid on paper. Of course, we will not know until we get to do some testing. Invisible Woman, even though they made that adjustment just a few hours after she released, is still an incredibly solid character, really good. I've tested her with all different types of team setups. Johnny is turning out to flourish. A very good 2-star character. I mean, if the other 2 are equally as good, it's going to be a very formidable team together. Either way you look at it, they look awesome. Really excited for when this drops, this banner, in a few more days for the other 2. Then we can really explore our options. If it is better to use only the Fantastic Four characters together, or is there going to be a secret weapon to add to 2 of those as maybe a primary DPS, especially with Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic. We may be able to find some crazy combinations out there. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.